Welcome back to the second module of how AI justify. We're starting with prompting, smart prompting, like I said last month. Now, again, the workshop was just the module. Also, we follow the pattern of hook. We give you a hook first, we then learn the skills needed, and then we practice, then we apply the skills, and then we go to the next step. Hacks up, as you all know, our mission is to power individuals and organizations, and we have over 2,000 members currently. We have completed projects, created and completed over 20 plus projects, and we have visited over 157 cities in Nigeria. We can post our content on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and formerly X, formerly Twitter, and Instagram. Get freebies and then branded shots which will not be able to do. The table of contents for this is will be going over the book first, and then we'll understand prompts, instruction manual, AI needs, and then we'll go deep into simple versions of prompts, and then we'll go dive deep also. And then we'll do a before and after challenge of prompts. Yes, prompts are structured and ones are not structured for the same kind of problem. And then we'll do a good example. We'll show a good example of prompts that are vague and then prompts that are very specific. And we'll have a turn to actually try the prompts itself, create a prompt, and then we'll see the performance of the prompt. And then we'll go into the prompt design itself deeper. And we'll talk about good prompts and then great prompts. And also explain how you structure a prompt by assigning roles, actually giving AI the instruction first, right? To boost its creativity. We give examples, actually uncode, to have sample AI response perspective, and then the chain of thought. That's how they are actually going to be the process of giving answer. We'll do a practical exercise, which we call project, and then we'll give three different scenarios: study helper scenario, creative writing scenario, and problem solving scenario. And then we'll also do common functions pitfalls people actually make, and why it's actually very bad. And we'll see the kind of results we get. Then we'll have a key takeaway minutes. And then we'll discuss about what's next in the next chapter. Now picture this. You ask AI to write something about drugs, and you get a boring generic paragraph. Being frustrated, you think AI isn't that actually helpful. And you have actually gotten to a point where you ask the question, but the kind of response the AI is giving is actually to what you're expecting. Well, the thing is, you're not specific enough. Maybe you're not actually specifying what job you're actually asking. Someone who asks a question like, write a 3-sentence story about a golden retriever as a job type, who solves mysteries in the style of a children's book for the ages of 6 to 8. So you have defined a lot of things in a single prompt. You told it to write a 3-sentence story, specifics, 3-sentence story. And then we said a golden retriever, the type of dog specifically. We said the action, we gave it the action to dog performance, that is solves mysteries. And then we gave it a style we expect the story to be brought out of. That is a children's book for ages of 6 to 8 years. Now, with this prompt, we actually get something meaningful to actually present the kind of story because we actually give it a lot of detail about the kind of problem we wanted to solve. Now, it's the same AI actually. By the way, it's actually using the same AI, you actually find this problem. So you have to, using the same AI, you have to explain the problem, else you actually have German answers. Now, what are the things that actually change? The prompt instruction. The prompt shows the instructions the AI gave. It's actually won't change. Prompt is like learning to drive. Once you know the controls, you can go anywhere. If you don't know how to, if you mess up along the way, you actually crash. You're not going anywhere. Understanding prompts. The instruction manual AI needs. A simple version is prompt is just your instruction to an AI. But here's the thing, AI takes you literally. Whenever you ask a question, AI it doesn't actually think AI was joking. Nah. Whenever you ask a question, AI a question, it thinks it's needed to actually you are very serious about this. So it doesn't think you're joking or maybe you're not serious about this now. Whenever you ask a question, AI a question, it thinks you're serious about it. So if you say something as simple as write something, to write something, whatever it comes to explain, as fake as it was. So you just say write something. Even if a human, you actually ask a human to write something, a human can write anything. Even something is something. So what is that's the same principle. But give me Java, I will give you Java. But if you are very clear in the detail of what you want, who it's for, how it should sound, you get exactly what you need. It's like the difference between telling a friend bring food and telling a friend bring Coca-Cola for 6 people even. You're very specific about what, when, and how many people. And it's the same thing as bringing a food, but you're very specific about this. So, as the same principle applies. Now here's the deeper level. AI models like ChatGPT or Cloud are actually prediction engines. When you type a prompt, you're predicting the most likely next words based on patterns in the telling data. This sounds mechanical, but here's where it gets interesting. The more context and specificity you provide, the better the prediction becomes. Now think of it like this. Imagine you're directing a movie. You take back to the sad. You get generic sadness, and the sadness will not be really natural. You won't get into the mood. But if you say the character had just found out their child become born down, and yeah, their child become born down, shows quite devastation, not loud crying. Now the actor actually, in his mind, will actually go through that process. Imagine his child was actually got born. What would he feel in that moment? So that would actually help him get into the mode of sadness. This one of the ways you actually steer and actually what you want to make. You have to emotionally manipulate the also. So you get a nuanced performance. AI is actually the same. It can play anyone, it can adopt any tone, format information. You can even tell AI to actually act like a military officer. So whenever you ask a question, it should actually be very straightforward, very straight, and always using this commandment tone. So it's actually part of the things you can actually make an AI. You can tell AI to be funny. Whenever it's explained, always tries to be funny. Now, here's the formula that changes everything when you're writing a prompt to an AI. There's something called context. The context is the surrounding facts around the problem actually explain. Let's say, for instance, you're trying to solve a problem within neural. So whenever you ask a question, an AI question, which is specified as this problem is specifically within neural. Neural is the context. And then there's the task. What task are you actually trying to solve? Say, for example, you're trying to solve the problem, you're trying to stop people from dropping plastic bags and biscuits and lay on the floor. You're trying to avoid people from dumping refuse on the floor, on the road. So that specific act of stopping people is actually the task itself. And what is the format? Do you want the format to be in an essay format? No. Do you want it to be a story? As in a report, in academic writing, maybe in a movie format, any form you want, in a music format. Right? You can do that actually. Just provide the format. And then give it the audience. Who are you creating that content for? Is it for you yourself? Who are you? You have to explain your situation first. Am I a student? Maybe I'm a student from a private university. I'm a student from a university studying this and that from this department. And this is specifically, now it's specified the context, the context is your, the task is taken from dumping refuse on the road. The format is specified the format. The audience is specified who is it for. Then you will give the AI that question. Now the AI will actually process everything it can and try to make sure it follows these exact rules and give you a good answer. This is the formula for actually making a good product. Now let's break it down. Context of our saying is the background information. A good example here is a student writing a report on climate change. That is the context. His task, that is specific action. Explain the greenhouse effects. Let's explain the greenhouse effects. And that task specifies, the AI will understand what is the specific effect. That is to explain the greenhouse effect. And then the format, how do you want to actually structure to set 3 paragraphs. Who is the audience? Who is it for? High school students. And put together those context, task, format, and audience gives you this sensibilities. And a student writing a report on climate change explain the greenhouse effects in 3 paragraphs for high school students. You see, this simple prompt tag contains the context, the task, the format, and then the audience is moving. Now with this, the kind of answer you're expecting is actually very simple. You may find a case where class will tell you, ask again assignment with a simple question. Yeah, it wrote almost 2 pages long of the same answer. That's because you didn't actually specify how much long you want it to. If you said in a single sentence, to do that. If you said in 2 paragraphs, to do that. If you said in a 10-page essay, you actually do that. So the way you ask the AI, you actually determine the kind of response you get. Now compare that to just typing explain the greenhouse effects. Even the AI will actually take its time because it's not to explain, they actually give a specific context and constraint maybe a kind of guideline. So the AI will try its possible ways to explain the greenhouse effects. While explaining it, actually give you 10 pages long of explanation. What it's doing is exactly what you asked to explain that. To explain everything about greenhouse effects understands. But if you specify, I want you to explain greenhouse effects less than a single paragraph to actually do that beneficial. The first one gives you the AI rights to one. The second is shown in the dark. What this statement means is the first prompt we have here is said that a student writing prompt and the entire prompt itself is actually a most structured AI prompt because it tells the AI what to do, what not to do, and how to do it. The second prompt that says explain the greenhouse effect only. This doesn't specify anything. So the AI will just continue going to its limits. And the magic of iteration, that's the thing about iteration. It's professional AI users know that you rarely get it perfect on the first time. That's a common concept. You rarely get the exact content you want on the first time. A lot of times when you use it, one good thing about it is